ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Well then let's meet the monster truck. One at a time. Hail from Phoenix, Arizona. You can't miss the rough and tough approach of the Red Mohawk. Ladies and gentlemen, he is out of Phoenix, Arizona, Mr. Joe Briggs, and elbows up. Hails from Groom Lake, Nevada. I want you to know that's the home of Area 51. You need to be a bit out there to drive a 3D Dragon, and this man suits that perfectly. Please welcome Dallas Rogers and Spitfire! 5 Canadian monster truck titles in his resume. And he is here, live, today. The legend, the legacy that is Marvin Anderson and Identity Theft. And the wheel of our ride truck, Sapphire, is also driving the debut of this monster truck. Coming to us from Ocean City, Washington, this is Gavin Sell and like a hometown crowd for him. Coming to us from Weyburn, Saskatchewan, this is Jared Vogel and crew. Coming to us from Edson, Alberta, put your hands together for Jason Court and Roughneck. Former champion of the world. So in order to set the tone, let me say it this way. To be the man, you must be that man, Bill Payne and Rockstar! The track. And the competition is fast and furious, hot and heavy. We've got the lane, Declan in bumper. We've got Boomer Sackman in Buddy 2.0. Together, they are our mini monster competitors. 9, 8. Let me hear you. 4, 3, 2, start your
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the final show here in Saskatoon Center in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, Canada for the Ram Motorsports Spectacular, brought to you by the Outlaws of Motorsports. This is it. This is the final show of the weekend, which means these guys are going to go so crazy and so hard because this is how we're going to kick it off, just like we always do with the Monster Truck Best Trick Competition, where the drivers are going to get 3 attempts to lay down their best trick. So coming up first, Joe Briggs in Elbows Up. Alrighty, Monster Truck fans, coming up next in our Monster Truck Best Trick competition, he is driving one of the most fan favorite monster trucks from Straight Up Racing. He is a host, he is a mechanic, and this weekend he's back behind the wheel of the legendary 3D Lava Monster, all the way from Groom Lake, Nevada. One of my favorite drivers to talk to, and most definitely one to watch. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to get loud for Dallas Glenn Rogers and Spitfire. Coming to the track next, he is a monster truck legend, a Canadian monster truck legend for a fact. He is the only 5-time former Canadian monster truck champion, and this weekend he is back in Saskatoon. Ladies and gentlemen, get loud for Marvin Anderson in Identity Theft. Ladies and gentlemen, coming to the track next, he is one of the most entertaining drivers to watch because you never know what he's going to do out on the track. He is becoming one of the rising superstars of our sport, and I am so excited to get to introduce him to the Saskatoon crowd in his new ride this year, never before seen here, first time ever seen in Saskatoon. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to get loud and excited for Gavin Sell and Mixed Up. Ladies and gentlemen, coming to the track now is your hometown boy. He is from right here in Saskatchewan. Not from Saskatoon, though. From Weyburn, Saskatchewan. He had an epic weekend in Winnipeg, and he's looking to continue that momentum right here in Saskatoon. He is the original crude behavior from the Crude Boys. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to get loud for Jared Vogel and Crude. Coming to the track next, ladies and gentlemen, he is the other part of the Crude Boys operation. You just saw his teammate come on out here, Jared Vogel and Crude. Well, now, this guy's from Edson, Alberta, Canada, and he was the one who picked up a freestyle win in Winnipeg and looking to bring home more wins on the weekend right here in Saskatoon. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for you to get loud and excited for Jason Court and Roughneck. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for our final competitor in the Monster Truck Best Trick competition, and I don't think there's anybody else that can wrap up the competition like this guy. He is one of the greatest monster truck drivers of all time, a former world champion, ladies and gentlemen. He is the Wild Man from Washington. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for you to get excited for the legendary Bill Payne and Rockstar. Well, ladies and gentlemen, while we let our monster trucks cool off from that intense and exciting monster truck best trick competition, it is now time to let our mini monsters get out on the track and show off what they can do in their own monster truck best trick competition, where we're going to let Boomer Sackman, driver of the Bunny 2.0 mini monster, and Delane Sackman, his mom, in the Thumper mini monster, lay down their best tricks and see what they can do in their mini monster truck. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's get excited because it's time for the mini monsters skills competition.
Okay, the Austin Hurts 37.48. Number 57, thanks to Brad for the work again to kind of press the speed out of the car. And that feel is to try and make sure keep the traction happening in the air during your traction. You see these guys try to keep their noses down. So you're down nice and smooth. We'll find out how it is here. If he works his way to get over top. We'll see how he does here. He goes on repair. Saturday, they might have confidence, so keep going here. That fires his way around that tank. One little turn. Nice and smooth through there. Then he gets his final turn in place. The 29, he did pretty darn good in that run. Now he's going to try and get over top of it. One thing with these trucks is they got to make it when they have that long wheelbase, and that will go full penalty, you got out of shape on those doubles in a big way. That's what he's here right now. He says, I'm out, and I'm running. Oh, somebody makes a noise to this guy. He's in his second today. Auto wrecking in Hub City Compact. Position on This turn is always one that makes a difference. Ryan, look at that same way I am here. Now, good turn right there. Good turn. Can he get back further faster? Coming out of the corner, but wide in the turn. Wide in the turn. Back here. Back here. Nice and straight over top of the table. It is corner. Oh, this could be one. Oh, he's wide. Wide on the outside. That happens to be her better half that good. So more than anything, she'd like to have that conversation on what it's like to lose to the premier female Canadian tough truck challenge driver. Wide in the turn. That turn is something properly with this track. Into the double saddle, to the tabletop. Tight, turn up. Hard into it here. Let's see what he's got. And he leaves that 27 inches, a little bit. 45 a bit. Into the corner now. Can he make this turn? Go around the turn, nice and smooth through it. And smooth it up. Now back up over the tabletop. Inside to the corner. That corner was a bit wide.
Ladies and gentlemen, after that adrenaline-charged, pumping monster truck racing, it is now time to let the mini monsters have a shot at the race course. It is now time for mini monster truck racing, where we are going to have Mother Delane Sackman in Thumper take on her son, Dakota Boomer Sackman, in Bunny 2.0. And how this is going to work is they are going to race one race, and then after that race is over, they're going to do a second race. However, they're going to swap lanes, though, and see if that first race, whoever wins, was just a fluke, and they can do it again in another lane. This is where skill and precision and seat time come into play. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to get excited, get loud for Mini Monsters Racing.
Watch the select go green. Over here to the car. Now with that outside position, she may be able to do the
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the second half of Ram Motorsports Spectacular, and we're going to kick it off in the most high-flying, adrenaline-charged way possible. We have found something that you can only see here at Ram Motorsports Spectacular. This is Freestyle Motocross. This is where we're going to let the 3 FMX riders take to the skies and fly 30 feet in the air just for you. They're going to risk their lives, put their lives on the line just for you. We have brought 3 of the best FMX riders to show you what freestyle motocross really is. So, I want to know, Saskatoon, for one final time this weekend, who's ready? Because it's time for Freestyle Motocross!
These riders are ready to do for you today. They will take their lives in their hands today. He was called a dead body, flies across the sky, ultimate free rider. Please make it loud for Darren Wright! Known him since he was 15 years old. The original outlaw of freestyle motocross. Welcome Billy, the Kid Cohut. He chose motorcycles. And in 20 20 plus years of freestyle riding, he holds a world record. He is here to ride that motorcycle and have fun. This is Keith Sayers. Something unique. Oh, thanks. That is 6 feet tall. Here it is, saran wrap. Are you kidding me? Double saran wrap. Billy turns it upside down. And of course, has to make it that. Oh, a no-handed backflip. Why don't you run into the world and do it? Bartender and American Eagle style guy who's inspired. I can't even look to see if he landed that. Did he make it? Keith Sayers and the Captain Morgan. Oh, man. This is what are you doing now? Oh, man. Here comes Billy. What's he got? Turns it upside down. Put the hands on just like that. No hands back. Heel flipper backflip. Now, I want you to know that they will perform 3 freestyle trains in a row. All of them working here on the side or the back of the Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please get on your...
Well, as we continue on now with the second half of Ram Motorsports Spectacular here in Saskatoon, it is now time for Mini Monsters Freestyle. It's time for Boomer Dakota Sackman and Bunny 2.0 and Delane Sagman and Thumper to get back behind the wheel and send these trucks in the air one final time here this weekend in Saskatoon. And I hope you're ready. They've been saving it all in just for this moment. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for you to get loud and excited because it's time for Mini Monster Freestyle.
It's based on the audience's response. They also have to work with the variable time. Only the track of on the clock. Since he has worked on before. But if that clock runs long, he might need your help. It is going on here to turn it around in a punch style tough runner.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the final competition of the weekend. This, of course, is Monster Truck Freestyle. They get free range here at Saskatoon Center. Go big, fly high, crush the cars, you name it. It is that time for them to do that. And we're going to kick it off with one of the guys who loves to get crazy out here on the track. You never know what he's going to do. It's Joe Briggs and Elbows Up.
Well,
as we continue on now with our Monster Truck Freestyle competition, it is now time for the fan favorite driver in the fan favorite truck. Ladies and gentlemen, he comes from Groom Lake, Nevada. He is one of my favorite drivers to talk to. He's a host. He is a mechanic. And this weekend, he's back where he belongs, back behind the wheel of the 3D Dragon. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for you to make some noise and get loud for Dallas Glenn Rogers and Spitfire. Coming to the track next in Monster Truck Freestyle. You swear you've seen this truck before, but not with this cool of a driver. He's all the way from Kelowna, British Columbia, Canada, a monster truck legend and a 5-time former Canadian monster truck champion. Ladies and gentlemen, clear the track, make some noise for Marvin Anderson in Identity Theft. Next up in our Monster Truck Freestyle competition, he is the rising star of the Outlaws of Motorsports. He is the driver that every fan wants to watch whenever they come to a show, because you never know what he's gonna do. He has come so far in his second year only driving for Straight Up Racing, and he's back in Saskatoon with a new truck. Ladies and gentlemen, get loud and excited for Gavin Sell and Mixed Up. Heading to the track next in our Monster Truck Freestyle competition, he is the hometown hero from right here in Saskatchewan, the original part of the Crude Boys operations. He was a farm boy. Now he's on the track in front of thousands of people tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, one final time here this weekend, give it up for your hometown hero, Jared Vogel and crew. Monster Truck fans, this is it. This is the final freestyle you will see here this weekend in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. And I don't think there's anybody else that could do this and end Saskatoon off with a bang than this guy. This guy is an absolute legend, a monster truck legend that you always have to keep your eyes on, whether it's racing, freestyle, it doesn't matter. Ladies and gentlemen, one final time this weekend, get loud for Bill Payne and Rockstar.